If you guys are too lazy to watch the anniversary live stream, or maybe you haven't watched it yet, let me just summarize it to you. So recently we have a live stream for Wuthering Waves, right? Literally just yesterday on April 19th. And to summarize, it was pretty underwhelming, I would say. Well, at least for me. Now, before I start yapping about the main issue here, just so you know, my expectation before I watched live stream was pretty much low, right? It's just gonna be a normal patch with freebies, yippee, or maybe news about future patch, right? So my expectation was pretty much low, alright? So yeah, let's just start with the actual content in the first anniversary patch. So first we start with the introduction, blah 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 blah. We have two new characters here, which is expected. It's gonna be Zani for the first half and Shiakona for the second half. And then we're also gonna have companion story for both of them. And then we're also gonna have new tactical holograms. Cool, I guess. And then some event and minigames, right? Whatever. Pretty normal stuff, just as usual. And then the first big news came in. We're also gonna have 10 rerun banners. 5 rerun for the first half and another 5 for the second half, which is cool, I guess. If you miss some of these characters here that you wanna pull, these banners are gonna help you. So all of these are pretty much just your normal content for normal patch, with the exception of these 10 rerun banners. And then fast forward, we move on to the QoLs. Not gonna lie, QoL is probably the most anticipated thing for me because it's gonna impact your experience as a player, and obviously also for the longevity of the game. So for me, this is something that I look forward the most in every developer livestream, I would say. So we start with the good one here. No longer cooldown for boss respawn, so after you kill a world boss, it will immediately respawn, which is great. And then some fixes for the optimization, basically more devices with 120 FPS support, and then also more devices with ray tracing support, which is cool, I guess. And then they're also gonna try to optimize the size of the game, so it won't take a lot of your storage, blah 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 blah. And then also, last but not least, echo stats reroll. And here is the first problem, right? The stats that you can reroll is the main stats, not the substats. And on top of that, only level 0 echo. So let's say for example, you have a level 25 echo here with high crit damage, crit rate substats, but on healing bonus main stat, right? And you want to change that to another main stats, let's say crit damage or maybe crit rate. You cannot do that because again, you can only reroll on level echo, which is still helpful, but not really fix the problem, right? Because first of all, the problem is not the main stats, but the substats. For main stat, we can easily fix it by basically hunting more echoes in the open world, right? Like that is the purpose of echo hunting in the first place. But for substats, it's kinda limited, like you have to spend tuners which you can only get from doing the events or maybe spending your wave plates. So it's a bit of a miss here, but sure, I guess it's still better than nothing, right? And then the rest of the QoLs, honestly pretty much just minor issues. The great thing about the livestream, I would say they finally announced a collab with a popular IP here, which is Cyberpunk. Great, I guess, but that's gonna be in 2026, not right in the next patch or even in this year. So you kinda have to wait for a while here before we reach the collab patch, right? What about the free pulls? If I'm not mistaken, we should get around 40-ish pulls, but that is without including the endgame mode like DOA or Wuthering Waves here. So it's fine, but not really game-changing news, right? Do you see the problem now? To put it simply, this is pretty much just a normal patch. It doesn't feel like anniversary, it doesn't feel like there is something special, it's just a normal patch. Sure, we have other stuffs like skins for Changli and Carlotta, but that is gonna be in patch 2.4, not 2.3. And I'm pretty sure it's not gonna be free, so it's a paid content. And they also reset the top-up shop here, but those things are whale kind of things, right? So if you are F2P, it's pretty much just a normal patch. Now you might be thinking like, oh, you just want more rewards, you just want a free 5-star, you filthy F2P. Sure, if there is no free 5-star, at the very least, I'm expecting something new for the longevity of the game, right? I don't know, maybe a fucking guild system like PGR, or enable flying for every region, or maybe buffing standard character, or maybe dorm system, or maybe they announce a new kind of banner like Snowbreak did, they announced 100% rail up banner with higher PT, or maybe an actual substats reroll. And this is what pissed me the most. Like, if you don't want to give us free 5-star, fine, I don't really care about that. But at the bare minimum, they should make these rerun banners here 100% guarantee, even if it's only for the first PT. There is no absolute reason why you cannot make these reruns 100%. The fact that you always did this in PGR and you chose not to in Wuthering Waves is just insane. It proves to me that you slowly bit by bit try to leave PGR behind and starts copying higher level of monetization strategy. Unless I'm tripping here, they literally say that the rules are the same as the regular limited banner, which means it's still gonna be 50-50. So you see, so many things they could have announced, but they didn't. My point is, this is not okay. And the fact that some people still defending this is just crazy, because if you go to PGR right now, it's crazy just how much better they did the anniversary in PGR. Not just free 5-star, like we have free skins, spending event. Basically, if you spend money, you get more bonuses. Now, some people might argue that it's not like PGR first anniversary was better than this, right? And I think that is a stupid counter argument, because if you have 5 to 6 years of experience running a live service game, which is PGR here, why the f you wanna go back to zero? If you apply for a job at another company after working for 5 years, does that mean that you are a fresh graduate again? No, right? It doesn't make any sense. If you have the experience already, you know how to make a good anniversary patch, why would you go back to zero again? So this just proved to me that QoL literally went backwards here. So I don't know what you guys think. I'm not even mad about free 5-star, because I'm not even expecting that, to be honest. It just feels like the anniversary patch is more like more shit for you to spend rather than what they give to you as a player. And even for spenders, there's no spending event here, again like what they did in PGR. No discount, no bundles or whatsoever other than the top up reset. So for me, it feels like they slowly bit by bit lower their standard here to higher level standard, which is just insane and it needs to stop. The good thing is they actually address it. So what I'm trying to say here, please write a honest feedback. If you think it's a good anniversary, then say it's good. But if it's bad, just be honest. We don't need toxic positivity here. And let's see if they do something about it.